Good evening. And welcome to Facebook Live. We're going to have a little look at all the beautiful inspiration from the design team. So it's a bit foggy looking. I hope I haven't... Let me see if I've got a cleanish cloth. Bear with me, it might go a bit funny for you, I'm sorry. But let me just see if I haven't wiped my camera properly. I don't want to do it all and it's all looking misty. That looks a little bit better. Of course, it could just be me. Good evening, everybody. Oh, does anybody else have problems with their socks all getting twisted? The heel bit always ends up at the front. So frustrating and feels so odd. Anyway, sorry. Good evening. I hope you can hear me okay. That was the other thing I forgot to ask you. Maybe you could give us some thumbs up or some hearts just to make sure you can. I don't know if that's laughing about the socks now or... Thank you, Maxine. I just caught that about my hair. Thank you. Oh, I think I'm coming down with a cold again, which I do not need. Thank you for all the hearts. I take it that's not about my socks and that is that you can hear me. And I hope that it's... The picture still looks a little bit... Maybe it's all the funny lights on me. We'll see what it looks like when I flip the camera. Anyway, I just wanted to thank everybody because the response to my hand picked collection has just been absolutely incredible. And I've had to reorder, so that's wonderful. So yes, so if there's anything that you want, I would grab it while people have it because there's going to be a little bit of a wait before we get the dies and everything back in stock. So... But I just wanted to run through and say that if you haven't treated yourself yet and you want to, especially after you see all the beautiful inspiration, they are available from Dragon's Papercraft, from Wow Embossing Powder, from Let's Create, from Amelia's Creative Crafts, from Maximum Crafts, from Craft Bliss, from our new stockist Intercraft, Forget Me Not Craft Cabin, the Mulberry Bush. Just seen a beautiful card that Kate's made for her workshop this week. The Art of Craft, Hixie Soft Crafts and Craft Stash. And then in America, they are available from Simon Says Stamp. And in Australia, they're available from J Craft from Jeanette. And I also want to do a little shout out. Tracy just messaged me literally as I was about to push the go live button to say she's going to do a live on Monday at 7 o'clock, so she will do a post about it tomorrow. And I also, when I show you the things, I want to just do a little shout out for Hazel's workshop for her beautiful handbag that's got 3 cards in it, which I will show you properly in a moment. But if you want to book on that, it's available to book on her website, so dragonspapercraft.co.uk. I don't know if it's .com or I think it's .co.uk, but Dragon's Papercraft and it'll come up anyway. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I'm going to flip the camera and we'll have a little look at all the beautiful inspiration. Okay, somebody's saying they can't hear me. Yvonne is. But so before I flip the camera, because then I won't be able to see, can somebody just tell me, Philippa, can you let me know if you can hear me okay? And then we'll know that it's Yvonne and not me. Because I don't want to do... My little microphone light is coming up, so it is showing that it's working. As sound is fine. Right, okay, that's lovely. Thank you, Kim. Let me flip the camera. Yvonne, sorry, it's you, love. Bear with me. Let's get you a nice view. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. All that goodness. Okay, have I got my... I don't want my computer in it. Let's... If I can get rid of it. There we go. Sorry. It's much better that I just make sure I move all the camera around and get it ready and in a proper position before we start. Okay. So I will start with Philippa's beautiful easel. And this was an MDF easel that she had in her stash. And she painted it first, I believe, and then she stamped it It's beautiful. It feels so lovely as well, Philippa. But she stamped it and coloured it. And then I love the paintbrush on it as well. And then she's stamped and die cut some of the flowers, so it's got some dimension to it as well, which is, I'm sure it will pick it up. But it's really lovely to see that dimension as well on there. I absolutely love this. And I am very good at like giving some of the DT inspiration. So I wanted to say that the other day. If any of the design team think, oh, I haven't seen that card that I made that I sent to Julie, it's probably because it's around the other side of the world with Jeanette at J Crafts. So I do like to send her some samples because she does lots of shows and has really benefited from having the samples at the shows. So, and I can see that Bev is with us. So Bev is a lovely lady from Victoria in Australia who has joined us. So yeah, so I don't think I can actually bear to part with this yet, Philippa. I think I'm actually going to have it up on my wall in my craft room. Sorry. It's just so lovely. So that was Philippa's make. And then we've got this beautiful canvas that Tracy did. This is, and I know this is going to be one of her lives. I'm not sure if this is Monday or whether she's doing the to-do list, or there was something else of Tracy's as well. Now I can't remember. Yes, wasn't it a lovely video that Jeanette did, showing all the inspiration? I think she showed me around her actual room the other day. And I said that she's got to do a tour and show everybody because it's beautiful. And there were samples everywhere. It was lovely. So this is the canvas that Tracy made. I love it. She's used the skinny hexagons on here. She's got some of my background stencil that she's used with paste. All the beautiful flowers that she's die cut and added bits of colour to the centres. She's added some of Hazel's butterfly in there. This is Hazel's big butterfly. But it's absolutely beautiful. I love all the embellishment bits as well that she's got in here. Absolutely gorgeous. So I know that she did. I was asked to do the card first, and I'll do the canvas and the list. Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you, Tracy. I do appreciate it, love. I love how she's got all the bits of hexagons as well. There's so much. Every time you look at it, you see something else and more detail in there. It's absolutely stunning. Please excuse my horrible voice and my throat. I did have a cough candy before I went on air, thinking that might help. This is Tracy's to-do list, and it's made up of 2 tags, which she's actually got the paper in here as well, so very handy to have. I do love a to-do list. Again, she's used the stencil and some paste for the background. If I bring it up, let you have a little look up close so you can see the detail. And then the letters that she's used are the sweet pea ones. And I love how she's done this, using the white letters and then doing blue letters and slightly offsetting them. So it really does make those letters pop off the card then. And also I love how she's dry embossed the flowers using the stencil. So she's put the stencil through the die cutting machine with a embossing pad, and actually got the stencil embossed on the flower. It's beautiful. And this is this is a die cut flower with no stamping on it. So some of the flowers work really well. Just to do that, I made a picture, which I haven't turned into a picture, but that was my intention. And I wanted to show that some of the flowers are just beautiful. You don't need to stamp them. They're just lovely even to have die cut out of pattern papers or just coloured even. So yeah, so that's Tracy's to-do list. Then we had Emma's beautiful little birdhouse that she made, and she makes all of this like from scratch. It's not a kit or anything. She's so clever like that at construction. All beautifully made. I love all her vellum flowers that she's done. Everything is heat embossed as well, so she's got that stamp detail on there onto vellum, and then we've got glitter cardstock at the back. We've got lovely pattern papers. The centres, she's used my beautiful blooms die set as well, so the centres that we got in those, just absolutely gorgeous. And then the detail on the roof as well, just Really, really lovely. And again, round the bottom of the birdhouse as well, all the extra detail. And I love it with the pearls in the middle of the flowers as well. Really lovely. And then while I'm doing Emma, I'll just move Hazel's bag out of the way. This was Emma's wreath. Emma always used to make me a wreath. Whenever I had anything new from craft cards, paper pads, whatever, she would always make me a wreath for the shows. And I was rather hoping that I was going to get a wreath this time. Oh, my computer said it's ended. Sorry, let me just refresh my computer. I'm hoping that it hasn't ended. No, we're still going. Good. Why my computer keeps saying that, I don't know. It does it when Philippa's on as well. Anyway, maybe it's because I haven't wobbled it. Maybe that's what I need to do. Yeah, so I was rather hoping that Emma would make me a wreath. But yeah, so it turned up. And I just love how she has stamped on absolutely everything. So it's all stamped and heat embossed. So all the detail, and it's a sparkly gold embossing powder, so it's so pretty. And all the centres that she's used with the from Beautiful Blooms, and all the different pattern papers, just how lovely they look. The amount of work that's gone into it, most of them are 2 or 3 layers as well. So it's not just one flower, it's just amazing. So that's the beautiful wreath that Emma made. And then this is Hazel's gorgeous handbag. Absolutely beautiful. She started off by stamping some A4 sheets of card to do it. So you've got the lovely big Blossoms and Blooms stamp on here, and she's put glosses, or as they're now going to be called, blossoms. I love it. Lynn sent me a video of her granddaughter explaining how she was going to make a card with her mum's new stamp haul. And instead of calling them glosses, she calls them blossoms. And I thought that was actually a really nice name for them. I love the flower on here as well that Hazel's done. The beautiful colours in there. And she has pinched some of the petals as well, just to give them a bit of dimension. But I never think to pinch them up. I always curl them over. So it's really nice that to see that detail. I can just see that someone's asking about Emma. Yeah, Brian's right. Emma doesn't do social media. So it's a real shame. I know that she watches sometimes on YouTube, but she doesn't get to see your comments, which is such a shame. But I do relay what you say about her work to her. So, and then inside this beautiful handbag, Hazel's made 3 gorgeous cards. Again, in the same, just matches the handbag. Absolutely beautiful. So if you want to do this online workshop, it is available to book, and it's on Hazel's Dragons Papercraft website. So you can just click the link and book yourself a place. And it's all done ready. So if you've got your kit and you want to have a go at this, then Hazel will take you step by step to create it. Okay, so I am just going to show my cards or my bits of paper very briefly. So this is my hand-picked bouquet stamp set. And in here you're getting obviously the focal point stamp, but you also get the little ones as well, which are really useful for building up backgrounds. And just there's a beautiful card that Hazel's made. Let me see if I can put my hands on it. Oh no, it might have been one. This is the trouble. Have I sent it to Jeanette? No, here we go. Right, it's this one. So I love how she's used this little flower here to create the background of the wreath. Then she's used the fireworks. She's used some of the die cut flowers. She's used the bigger version as well, which I think is really nice that you've got a small version and a bigger version. And then she's used some of the little flowers. Oh, she's used the 3 from the die set one. And she's actually got the black and white from the big stamp, the Blossoms and Blooms, in the background. So yeah, lovely. So that's the bouquet one. This is Blossoms and Blooms. I absolutely love this stamp. So pleased with this and how it turned out. And I love the sentiments. I really want to do more like this. I love the bold font and mixing it up with that fancy font, I want to do a set of stamps that's just sentiments, because I really do. I think they're a lovely size, and I think it works really well. I love the little ones that you get with this. It obviously lends itself, and sometimes you do only want a little sentiment, even on a big card. So they both have their place, but I was really pleased with how these turned out. And I love this, that you don't have to use all of it. There's lots of examples where we've just used part of this stamp on a smaller card or even on a big card, but not having to use the whole thing. And again, if you like colouring like I do, then this is just a dream. Love it. And then there is the Hand Picked Florals, where there is the stamp set and then also the matching dies. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 flowers, stamps, but you get 8 dies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 8 dies. So we didn't do a die for this one or for these. Other than that, you've got them all. So just think it's really lovely to be able to die cut. This one obviously just die cuts the centre, not the back. I'm going to tell you a story now, and just hope that I haven't lost everybody by the phone call. And I did tell him that I'm doing a live at 8 o'clock, so don't ring me. But my son is going away on Sunday and he can't find his passport. Children, eh? Anyway, that could have been him ringing me to tell me that he's found it. Let's hope so. Okay, so this is lovely because you can layer the flowers up as well. Right, can we have another big flower stamp? Oh, hang on, where did that go? I'm sure we can, Brian. I'm sure we can. Okay, so let's run through some of the cards. So I've literally got the whole basket. I'm not sure I do all of them, but I'll do as many as I can. So this one is one that Hazel did. She did a workshop and she enjoyed, like, she got the stamps that day, I think. And it was like, oh, I've got to do the workshop card in those now. How beautiful is this with all the colours? And I love how she's layered the flower up and she's like pinched the petals. Like I always curl them over, but I didn't. Hazel didn't. She's pinched them up and it's got some lovely pearl shimmer on it as well. It's beautiful. In fact, I haven't actually used the Pearly Wink spray for a long time, and it makes them like really substantial as well as flowers. I maybe need to get that out again. But this is from the die cut ones, and then she's also got the big blossoms and blooms. But then when you open it up, it's just so beautiful. How lovely is that? Absolutely gorgeous. And I love how she's just added some white die cut flowers just into it as well. And then again, adding the glosses as well, just to add that little bit of dimension, that little bit of colour. And again, the ink blending, this is using, I believe, the Studio Light inks. They're so bright and vibrant, but they react with water so well. I mean, the inky background is just stunning on this. Absolutely beautiful. So that was by Hazel. This is Tracy's really pretty card. Love this. Beautiful for an anniversary card, a wedding card. Love how she's cut the heart aperture, got some of the stenciling on the inside. I love how she does her lines around it as well and matches it around the edge of her card. And then just adding the bits of flowers into the centres of the flower. No, Ruth, I promise I won't forget the thank you. You're right, I will. And then she's got little bits of ink in the background as well, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And again, with the glosses in the centre, just finishes that off. Beautiful. Right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do everybody else's but mine, and then I might do one just of my cards one night, maybe. Yes, there is Pinterest boards for everything. So every single stamp set, die set, stencil, whatever, it has its own Pinterest board. So definitely, if you're stuck for inspiration, you will find it there. This one I love. Jo Street made this, and she's done it in grey. Actually, it almost looks browny. I'd love to know what colour it is. I don't know if you're watching, Jo. if you are, can you tell us what ink pad that is? Because it's beautiful. And these interlink. So they slot inside each other so the card shuts lovely. But I just think it's something really different. But with those colours, it's really bright and vibrant. Really, really pretty. I love that. And I love how she's just used, out of that great big stamp, she's just used little tiny segments of it. Really, really pretty. And then this one is from Jo Shannon. And she told me what she used. Twinkling H2Os, I think it was. And it's onto black cardstock. I mean, I love just the splats in the background are beautiful. But look how shimmery that is. Isn't that gorgeous? And what I love about this stamp is you can have it up that way. You could have it that way, that way, that way. However you want it to be, this stamp works. Which is why I didn't add any hearts or anything, because then it doesn't work. And that's usually my problem. I add hearts and then it's only good one way. This is from Tracy. And again, lovely bright. I love how she's done this soft colouring around the background and then coloured in stronger colours her flowers in those coordinating colours. So you've got all the colours of the rainbow. I love the banner sentiments on here as well. Just really bright. Pop off the card. Yeah, I want to do some more sentiments for those as well, because they're really, really useful, the banner dies. What are Twinkling H2Os? They are a, if I remember rightly, they are a solid, I want to say a solid lump of paint that you add water to, and then when you paint with them, they go twinkly. So this colour would be very different on white than it is on black. So it reacts, the colours react differently on white card and black card. And I know Philippa will probably know what they are. And if I haven't said that right, Philippa, please say. I won't be at all offended. But I think that's, if I remember rightly, I've sold enough of them at the craft barn years and years ago, but I've slept since then. Okay, this one is from Joe Street. I love this. I love how pretty and pastel and the softness of the colours, white embossing, a little bit of ink blending. Again, she's done a little bit like Tracy's done, more in the centre than anywhere else, and then stamped on the top in the colour of the blending. So she's got pink blending, but then she's stamped in pink for the centre. But it's really, really pretty. I love that. So that's from Jo. And then this one is from Jo Shannon, sorry. She's got a lovely oval background with lovely birthday wishes from the stamp set, I've realised. So she's created that background by stamping it so many times. And then she's created, I don't know if she's used Beautiful Bloom stencil or whether she's created a stencil from the die. No, I think she's actually used Beautiful Blooms. She has. She's used Beautiful Blooms stencil and then some die cut flowers as well. But again, these are pink and pearly. So really pretty. Oh, haven't you? Oh, Philippa. I thought Philippa knew about everything. I'm fairly certain that they are palettes. That's what I was trying to think of. Like little tubs, but they're solid. So you put water on them to activate them, which is where the H2O comes in, I believe. I really did. Oh, they are. They are little pots of solid shimmering watercolour. There you go. I did remember. This one is by Philippa, and it's a beautiful... oh, what's it called? No, I was going to say no bleed, but I don't mean that. Sorry, I'm reading all the comments now. No line. But it's... I actually don't know how you've done this, because you've got green and you've got... Philippa, how did you do this? It is no lines colouring. But how have you got purple around the edge and then green? I think we might need a Technique Tuesday for this. I know you've done a no lines colouring one, so if I'm getting it wrong, I'm sorry. But I don't understand how you've got beautiful green and like, let me bring it up and you see how, like, this is lovely and green outline, and then this is orange. Did you do them individually? Oh, I don't know how you've done that. It is beautiful. It is a bit of masking. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's fabulous, Philippa. I thought it was a no-line one, but it's not. We'll get Philippa to do something and show us. This is another one from Jo Shannon. Again, now these, no, she said that this was special pencils, didn't she? And I've forgotten what they were called now. Were they in... I'm reading all the comments. Oh, it was intense pencils on the colouring. Oh, wow. Gosh, it's beautiful. And I got a feeling that these were oil-based pencils, if I remember rightly, that Jo said about. Do you stamp in a neutral colour to get the no lines? Oh, Philippa has done a Technique Tuesday, which will be on YouTube, sharing how to do it. So definitely go and have a look on the YouTube channel, not at the moment, but afterwards. And Philippa will take you step by step of how to do it. But isn't this lovely what Jo Shannon has done with the white on the craft and that lovely colouring, like the really deep colours. They were lovely. I'm sure she said that she had some oil-based pencils from Father Christmas. I believe this one is Tracy's because it's got the torn edge. Or did I do it? I might have done it, actually. If Tracy didn't do it, I did it. Because it looks a bit like my pencils. I don't know now. Anyway, whoever did it, it's lovely. White embossing onto craft and coloured with coloured pencils. Brilliant. She's answering it. You are good, Philippa. Thank you. This one was from Jo Shannon as well. I love this, how she's got the ombre of purple going from deep right up to the paler colours. I love all the splats of water on there as well. And she's heat embossed, so stamped in black and put clear embossing powder on her sentiment, not on her flowers. She's put some glittery gel pen on her flowers, which is lovely, but she has heat embossed the sentiment, which looks lovely. It is yours and it was coloured. I'm sorry, Tracy. I thought I was going to do one. This is Jo Shannon's again. She shared this one the other day. I love the gold that's in this. And again, I can't remember what she said it was now, but it's so beautiful. Oh, wasn't it just a Winkostella, I think, and a little bit of stenciling as well. Just so pretty. Really, really pretty. Lovely colourway. Really, really. And then this one as well, another one from Jo. Jo obviously liked this one, but this time she's done it onto Hazel's papers and she's fussy cut round. She does love fussy cutting, Jo. Even these little leaves, look. But she's done them onto Hazel's pattern papers and cut them out. And then I love how she's put the green around the edge, so it really frames everything. And then that lovely bit of gingham paper behind it as well is really lovely. And she has used glossy accents in the centres of everything, so they're shiny in the centres of the flowers. This one is Tracy's, and wow, this, I mean, look at the card. This is when she did the Wow bonding powder with foil. So, but it's so different to heat embossing. It's not raised, but it just looks amazing on those flowers. It's beautiful. And then I love how, I'm going to bring this up and give the camera a chance. She's done dry embossed background, just using a scoreboard and creating those diamonds. So the back of her card has got some interest. It's not just onto a plain card, but it's not detracting from those amazing foiled flowers. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And then got a beautiful spotlight one from Tracy as well. I think we seem to have been getting everybody's all together, but it doesn't matter. We'll get through everyone's. Excuse me. So this one again is Tracy's. I love again how she frames with her squiggly lines, just stops your eye from going any further, gives it a real frame around your work. And then she's done a spotlight card, but she's actually die cut hearts and just coloured those in. So it's just got 3 hearts layered up. And I love her sentiment as well. Oh, it's got caught there, that's better. With her banner on there, really with that white embossing on the black banner really does really pop off the card. The ones that Sarah, yes, all the cards that have already gone, like to Jeanette in Australia, yes, they will be on Pinterest because we put them all on there first. That's why I don't mind sending them, because at least we've still got a record of them. So yes, you can. This is Tracy's again. I love how Tracy's created a little dumpy flower pot. Absolutely beautiful. I love the bit of stenciling behind it as well. It really does just sets the flower pot off and the flowers. And how different does a bouquet look? It's so clever. I love that with Marion as well, where she used just the top of the bouquet for a card. I'll show you those in a moment. But yeah, just really, really clever. And then this is Philippa's. And I don't know why I didn't ever think to stamp on a die cut, but how pretty is that? And she's used the same stamp as she's stamped on the ring, but she's actually put glitter all over the top of it, so it's really sparkly. It's lovely. I love how the sentiments as well mix and match together. So this is from one set and this is from the other set, and of course with those lovely glosses as well. Absolutely beautiful, really pretty colours too. And then we've got a no line one from Philippa. So this is absolutely beautiful as well, and it just, I don't know, it makes the flowers look more real, I think. And I love how Philippa's used just part of the bouquet to create corners. You could do it all the way around. It would give you a lovely frame on a card. And actually, looking at it like that, you could do a frame all the way around, and it would be very, almost autumnal. You can make it Christmas looking even. You know, there's no reason why, the fact that we're only getting that part of the flowers showing and the leaves, I think you could have that as a lovely, like, flowery border, but for a Christmas card, that'd be beautiful. Then we've got one from Tracy, and this is white heat embossing with the bouquet. I'll bring it up a bit closer so you can see it. Absolutely beautiful, lovely soft colours. And then she's die cut some of the bigger flower as well and put it around the edge. Just having those poking out the bottom is absolutely beautiful. Very pretty, very soft, very delicate. Gorgeous. And then I love this from now I might have sent one of these. No, I haven't. Good, I did keep them both. So this is Joe's 2 for 1. I love this. She did a bouquet, white heat embossed on black, black heat embossed on white, cut them in half, put them together, and then I love this grey around the edge as well to frame the card. Looks absolutely fabulous. And then just the bits of glosses in the corners. Joe won't take offence with me saying this, a simple card but very effective, and I just think that's absolutely beautiful. Imagine those in all sorts of different colours. You could do a box of 6 cards as a present for somebody, and a perfect batch making card. But you could do those and give it as a gift. Do some sentiments to go inside so they can choose what their sentiment they want to put on. Fabulous gift. This is from Emma Smith. She's got the bouquet, but she's got 4 layers on her bouquet. 5 sometimes. 1, 2, 3. No, 4. Beautiful sparkly embossing powder, and then use the die cut flowers in her corner as well. And she quite often layers onto holographic card, and I think that really makes her sparkly embossing powders more sparkly, especially under the lights. It sort of brings it out, but it's absolutely beautiful. And then I absolutely love this of Philippa's. I don't know how she had the, oh, did she? No. Oh, yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. Okay, so it starts off with a base layer that she stamped, and she has coloured the background in black, which is incredible. And then she has layered up extra flowers, but these ones are directly onto the card. Philippa, that must have taken you ages. You have so much patience. but it's beautiful. I just love this, the pop of colour. And I haven't actually done this yet myself, but you've actually done one stamp and the other stamp, but you've given it a complete look. And I haven't done that yet, and I must do that because that is just, it's just beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. I bet it was therapeutic. Got a lovely one here from Jo Street where she's used Philippa's stripes stencil, and she's literally stamped it. She's inked different colourways and she's stamped over the top in black with the big Blossoms and Bloom stamp set. And again, really effective. Love what it looks like. And really lovely, quick, easy, simple. You could do all different coloured stripes, blues and greens, pinks and purples, for people that, you know, certain colours that they like, and then stamp that over the top. So another great batch making card. Beautiful coloured one from Hazel here. Very not Hazel, if I'm, you know, Hazel's all into inky backgrounds and everything. This is white heat embossed, and she's coloured this beautifully. And it's so bright and vibrant, lovely colours to it. Again, she's got some glosses in the middle. It's just beautiful. And then she's got some sparkle over the top as well. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm not sure it's picking it up, the sparkle. Let me bring it up, let the camera. Yeah, there we go. If I tilt it that way, you can see it on the yellow one. But it's on all of the flowers. It's really sparkly and beautiful. And then, let's bring my chair back in. God, I'm only about halfway through. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm going to put a time limit on it. I could be here till tomorrow. I know if Donna's watching, she won't mind, but there you go. I love this one from Emma. White heat embossed, and then just those pretty colours. It's actually, I believe, pink, blue and yellow, and then where the inks blend you get the other colours. I just think that's absolutely stunning. She has done one layer and then added other layers of flowers on top, which is, she's got two of the daisy, so this is the one that's at the front most of all, and then just one layer of the other flowers. But yeah, it's stunning, absolutely stunning. This one is Jo Street again. No, this is Emma, sorry. This is Emma's card. Emma's stamped it in black, and she's done an inky background, possibly put it on with acetate so that she knew where the colours were going to be around the flowers. But it's beautiful, probably heavily spritzed with water. I love all the splats. She's got lots of black splats in the background, but it's lovely, really lovely. Right, I'm going to sort out, I've got some little cards, but I'm not going to show any of mine, and we'll do mine another day, because I want to thank the DT and I want you to see their cards. But I know you like to see mine as well, but I'll do mine another day. Right, so I'm going to share Marion's. Now she's done, right, that one's got a video. That's Jo's. That one's got, no, that's a video. Bear with me. Oh, that was a video. I thought I pulled all the little cards out. As the basket is so big, I thought I had to pull them all out. Right, that's Jo's, that's Marion's, that's Jo's. Oh, there's another one of Marion's, that's a video as well. And that's a video. Oh, and that was a video. That's Jo's, that's Hazel's, and they're all Marion's as well. Okay, so there is a video that is live now. Let's bring them so you can see them, where Marion explains how to make the backgrounds for all these cards. and then how she made the card as well. And the backgrounds are so pretty. So this is available now to watch over on Sugar and Spice YouTube channel. So that is available. And Marion has put up a link. See, this is what I love. She's just used the top of the bouquet. And she's used it upside down as well, white heat embossed. But how pretty, and it just gives it such a totally different look as well. It's brilliant. So that's Marion's, and then these are Marion's as well. Now Marion made lots. I love this. This has got such a pretty background to it. It's shimmery and pearly. I really want to know how she did that. But Marion's she had a field day. See, look, a beautiful heat embossed one. Again, where she's just used the top part of the bouquet. She's masked the other bit and she's put her sentiment there. And it's silver, polished silver. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous. And then I love this one as well, where she's got the shimmery paints, but she's splatted the background as well. Again, I don't know if it'll pick it. Oh, yes, just about picking it up like that. Beautiful it is. Absolutely beautiful. So she's had a real field day, just simple stamping, but lovely backgrounds. And again, this one in her teals. I don't know if, no, this wasn't on the video. And again, just with the inks and the paints that she's used and splatted the background. Just beautiful. Oh, Ruth's watched the video. I watched some of it, I have to say, but didn't manage. I've been so busy. But yeah, Marion's videos are great just for... She likes to do quick and easy cards, but she explains everything really well and they're funny. And especially at the moment because she's got a terrible voice. Poor Marion. So these are two from Jo, where she's used the big daisy, the big blossoms and blooms stamp, but she's used the daisy element on one and then the big flower on the other. And I love how she's just got little corners with the rest of the design. I just think it's so useful like that. And then lovely vellum wrapped, polished silver sentiments on there. I mean, how beautiful do they look? Heat embossed. I mean, it just shows how beautiful they are to stamp when you get such lovely fine embossing like that. It's beautiful. Yeah, she's had some antibiotics. She still sounds bad, I have to say, Ruth, but she's getting better. This one is Jo Street. I love how she's used the flower die cut, so the stamp and the die, the little flower from the other set, from the bouquet, and the wording. But she's also put the skinny frame through her die cutting machine using her embossing pad to give that dry embossed look to her card, which is just, it looks fabulous. Such a great way for a really simple card, but to frame it really nicely. And then this one that Hazel did, again using the bouquet, but she's created this fantastic flower pot. And it's all shiny and it's got texture. It's very, very clever. And then she's used a bit of the stencil in the background as well. And again, it doesn't look like the same bouquet because of her doing the pot. It's, yeah, really good. I love that. Let me get to where I'd got to. So I'm with Jo. So a couple more from Jo Shannon. I love it where she's used the little ones, which are so useful to create things like the frames around the edge. She's put that real strip of colour down through the centre with her ink blending, and then just stamped a little glossy in the middle. Actually, I think it's a diamond rather than a glossy, and a few ink splats as well. Just lovely. And I love the blue one. I think the blue one, I don't know, it really lends itself to it, doesn't it? A little bit of stenciling in the background, again a few splats, and again she's used a scoreboard to create like a grid on her backing paper. That's beautiful, really lovely. So those are Jo Shannon's, and we've got another one from Philippa. I'm not doing too badly now. I love this little one. This is the 3 daisies and the lovely like fireworks stamp. But how pretty is that? And she's done masking here. because we've got the flowers are going behind, so she has masked them. Absolutely beautiful. And I love the colour palette as well, Philippa. Really nice. Nice and bright and cheerful. Lovely. And then I love this one from Jo Street, where she's die cut a circle, but she's also die cut the flower and just done them in white and stuck them all over the circle, so it looks like it's been dry embossed, but it's actually layers of white die cuts. She's then coloured 3 of the die cuts with the blue and then putting the deeper in it. But I love how she's cut a couple of petals and made them look like leaves, just tucking them behind. Just amazing. That's so clever. Again, I don't want to be rude or to sound rude, because I don't mean it to sound rude, but it's quite a simple card, but it's so effective. And wouldn't that make a lovely sympathy card as well? Absolutely beautiful. Lovely card from Tracy. Oh, is this the card, Tracy? If you're still watching, love, if you can tell us, I think this was the card that you're going to do on Monday, with the torn edges to the card, all the beautiful layered up flowers, and then the lovely colouring that you do just in the centre. I really love that. And I love how you've even left some of it black and white. It just beautiful. And then the sentiments using the banner dies, which is probably from the rectangle set. And then I think these ones are just from the message banner dies. Yes, that's the one. I thought it was. So this is the card that Tracy will be doing on Monday. I dare say in a different colourway if I know Tracy. Although this is beautiful, so you don't need to do it in a different colour. But I know what it's like. It's like nice to do a different colour. This one is from Emma Smith. She has stamped and white embossed onto black card all her flowers. And then she has added glitter, so put glue down and then covered the flowers completely with glitter. Absolutely stunning. And then it repeated inside. I mean, the inside is as special as the outside. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know, there's never ever a speck of embossing powder with Emma. I would love to know her secret of how she does it. And that's white embossing onto black card, which doesn't always go very well because white embossing is trying to cover up a very dark colour underneath. So yeah, it's beautiful. And then this beautiful one as well from Emma. Again, she's decorated the inside. So we've got sparkly embossing powder, and she's picked pinks and lilacs and greens and blues. In fact, I think it's almost a glittery card as well as a glittery embossing powder. And then she's again stamped and die cut all her flowers, layered them up. They just look gorgeous. It's like really lovely soft pastel, but muted, aren't they? Very unusual colours. Then I absolutely love this one. And I'm thinking of, it's very naughty, but yeah, I might have this for a birthday for somebody who loves red. I just think it's beautiful. But this is from Emma. And she's white heat embossed this time onto pinks, onto reds. She's deepened the centres of the pink flowers. She's added glitter stamens from the beautiful Bloom stamp set. Again, white embossing, but it's all those little layers. If I bring this up so you can see it a little bit closer, it's all those little layers that she adds of the red glitter card and things like that, that really make everything pop. And all those sequins in there as well, little hearts. Beautiful it is. And that pattern paper behind's really lovely as well. Yeah, beautiful. And then we've got another beautiful one from Tracy. I love this. So clever. With the acetate behind. So you've got this real ring of flowers that are just suspended. Just think it's really pretty. And again, lovely colourway with the soft oranges. Really works well together. And I like the deeper orange of the background. But again, with the white heat embossing on there. Acting as a resist. Lovely. And then that's one of mine. Oh, this one is the one that Philippa has shared today. Love this one. So clever. I love how she's offset her circles. I think it gives a really funky retro feel to it. I love the fact that it's black and white, but there is a little bit of colour on the flowers, on the die cut flowers. So it does lift them off the white just ever so softly. But yeah, just love it. It's really, really pretty. Right, what's up next? I think that's mine. That's mine. Right, this one, another one. I think most of them might be Emma's now. So this one is Emma's, where she's die cut in the flowers into the card, so I can show you. She's got a pink background. Then she's die cut the flowers that she's die cut out. She's stamped on and then added glosses in the centres and little splats of black ink. And again, layered it onto pink, onto silver, onto black. It's all those layers that make the difference. It does look lovely, really lovely. And you know what? This is the first card I think I've had from Emma where she hasn't embossed it. That's just stamping. Wow. That's a first for Emma. And then we've got this one where this matches the wreath as well. So how lovely would this be to give somebody the wreath as a birthday present? And then this beautiful easel card that she's created using the same pattern papers. Again, layered up the flowers. Everything is heat embossed. So we've got a glitter flower behind. Then we've got the pattern paper, but it's been heat embossed. We've got those lovely centres that she's used from the beautiful blooms. The big happy birthday, the ink splats on the back of the card. They're so lovely. Oh, hi Jen. Hope you're all well, lovely. And thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, so this, again, she's used the beautiful blooms in the centre of the flowers as well. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. Actually, we've got hexagons as well on here. It's not till you start looking, you see all the details as well. It's just beautiful. Jen used to work with us at Craftwork Cards and known Jen a long, long time. And it's just lovely to have her watching. So thank you, Jen. Again, this is another Emma Smith card. I love this where it links in together. So you've got the pattern paper inside. She created a frame and then that square just locks inside the other one. She's actually stamped white heat embossed onto acetate. And then we've got a layer of pink flowers or we've got a layer of pale pink flowers. We've got the dinky square onto a scallop square as well. So, and again, the sentiment with that lovely, this is a white sparkle embossing powder. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I love her centres actually. They're like diamonds, but they're all colours of the rainbow. They're absolutely beautiful. Let me bring them up. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus on them. They're really lovely. Got all the different colours in there, but they're like a crystal. Okay, so I've got another one from Emma. And this, I love this. This is platinum sparkle onto navy blue. I mean, could you get much better? Oh, I love, as you know, I love platinum embossing powder. But this on as a sparkle and again onto navy. And then it's the sparkle platinum in the background on the pearlescent card. Just absolutely gorgeous. And there's some of the, I don't know what this is called, hairy stuff. But it's very effective. It looks beautiful. Really, really lovely. And then we've got the card that Philippa did the other day on her live on the Tuesday. So on Tuesday, she did a beautiful purple one. And she had a red version as well. And all I could think of was the red one. Wow, poinsettias for Christmas. Just absolutely gorgeous. I love how Philippa's done the black and white to create our frame around the edge and then layered up. And when she did her purple one on the live, she starts off with a darker colour and gets paler as she comes to the front. I think that was right, wasn't it, Philippa? But yeah, just really lovely. But I just love this tealy duck egg blue with those orange glosses. I just think it's absolutely stunning. And the photograph that she took of it was just like, I love it. Absolutely love it. So I think that is all the DT cards that I have. I've got way too many of mine. I'll just show you my picture because this is what I wanted to show you about just using the die cuts. Yeah, Brian, you create me a Christmas card using that flower, please, because I think it would make a lovely poinsettia. And then it's 2 for 1, isn't it? Even better. Because a stamp isn't for just for Christmas, it's for every day, just like a dog. So this was just to show that you can use the die cut flowers. So I've used a couple of different ones. I have combined it with my lovely leaves dies, which if you find them and want them, get them, because I don't have any more. I've used a special friend and my birthday sentiments in the background. Little bit of soft green inking around it just to give it a bit of a background. And again, using the centres. That one's gone astray. Just using the centres from my Beautiful Blooms die set. Or shall I show you a couple more? I know what's going to happen. I'm going to end up showing you all of mine as well, aren't I? It doesn't really matter because there's Six Nations rugby on tonight, so I won't be able to watch any of my programmes. So if you're happy, would you like me to carry on and show you my cards as well? I think I will. So this has got the heat embossing on my sentiment. So I die cut my sentiment and then put a layer of polished gold on the top and then stuck it to another couple of die cuts. Okay. Okay. And then I used the die cut flower and just a little bit of stenciling in the background. So it's quite easy really. And I did do a hazel and carry on the inside so that the theme carries on. I do like to do that. I think it looks lovely. So that was one of mine. And then I just loved this background, this inky background. I thought the colours were beautiful. It's mowed lawn and peacock feathers and prized ribbon. And I just thought I'm just going to stamp in black and then I put clear embossing powder over the top. Mixed up all the wording and added a plain white die cut. But I did use my scallop die from the rectangle set. So it has got a nice edge and then I did put glitter glue in each of the dots. So although it's quite plain and simple, it is lovely as well. And then I saw a card where somebody had done 2 cards but did it as a circle. But I tried to copy it, but I'm not very good at circles. It's terrible. But anyway, I really enjoyed making the cards and you wouldn't ever see them together, so it doesn't matter. But I did the blues and purples and greens and then pinks, oranges and yellows of my rainbows. So, yeah. No worries, Sonia. Just enjoy having a look when you get a chance next time. But thank you for joining us. And again, I just used a little bit of glitter glue to add a bit of sparkle to the centres of my flowers. But yeah, all die cut and stuck on. And then this one is using the big blossoms and blooms. I put a bit of inky background behind it. And I did use different coloured inks on it. So I've got peacock feathers, mowed lawn, and that's a dark... Oh, that's the Mariner one, whatever that's called. Uncharted Mariner. And I put clear embossing powder over the top because distressed oxide takes a long time to dry. So you can emboss it if you want to. So I added some clear embossing powder to it. But so you can have all your distressed ink pads with clear embossing powder will give you all those coloured embossing powders. So it's really quite good, really. No worries, Christine. Have a lovely rest of the evening and enjoy your catch-up. You've seen all the good cards. You can go now because they're only mine now. Again, this is the Blossoms and Blooms. I really enjoy colouring this. I coloured this in with my clean colour pens and a water brush. And I added a little bit of soft grey around the edge, which I will bring up and let you have a little closer look. Just so you can just about see that. And again, I love Tracy's torn vellum idea, so I've been doing that a lot recently, and this has got polished silver on it, so really liking that. And again, just highlights the glitter glue. I loved this one. I love that technique that Hazel taught me, where you stamp it out with a distress ink pad, spritz it with water, and then put it back in your stamping platform and stamp it again, and it puts all the detail back in, but you've got that lovely wash of colour underneath. And normally when I do it, I spritz it too much. I never know when to stop. But this one I was really pleased with, and just felt like it looks like pottery, like Delft pottery almost. And because the blue was quite strong, I actually put 2 layers of vellum so that you can read my sentiment and you're not seeing too much. You can still see the pattern behind it, but it muted it a bit more so that you could see the sentiment better. And that's a really good tip. If you do something and when you do it on vellum, you feel it's getting a little bit lost, if you do 2 layers of vellum, that does help to make it less translucent and more opaque. Wedgwood, thank you, Maxine. And then this is the card that I did that was similar to Emma's, but Emma did a much better job than I did. It's really interesting. I wonder if we saw, because I saw a card that made me think of doing it, I wonder if Emma saw the picture as well and was inspired. I went round and coloured my flowers in more heavily because I wasn't happy with how it came out. So I stamped mine, and then I went round with my acetate and put the ink on it, but just felt there wasn't enough colour. But this is one that I actually did with the embossing pen, and I added embossing powder dots. I'm trying to catch it on the camera. So all the dots on the ends of let me get this. I will get it. So on this one, you can see it. All the dots, I went around with my embossing pen and just highlighted different areas. And honestly, in real life, it just looks fantastic. So please give that a go. This was the one I did first of all. Let me see if I can pick it up on here. So again, it might be better on that flower. Yes, I just used my Wow embossing pen. So use this one to put some detail in, and just did little dots on my flower. Honestly, give it a go. I was so chuffed with it. This one I coloured with distressed oxides and a water brush. So my normal one. Oh, thanks, Jen. I know it is lovely. It's fine. I'm teasing really. I love this one that I did. This was one of the first cards that I made with this stamp set, where I stamped it and I wanted to be able to see the shape of the bouquet. So I put a little bit of my stencil on the inside, so it had a bit of a deeper background to be against. And then I cut the edge of the card just to add that bit of interest. So it just makes a little bit, it's easy, but it made a bit of difference to the card. Elevated it a little. That's a good word, isn't it? For 3 minutes past 9 on a Friday night. I must take cold and flu tablets more often. This one I've inked through my diamond stencil to give me background, and then stamped and coloured and cut out the bouquet and layered it on. So really simple. And then this one, again, I was inspired by, it might have been Michelle Lupton's card, I think this was. I loved how she'd done the colours in the background with the ink blending, but carried it through onto her die cut words as well. And then I just did a Tracy with a little bit of colour in the centres of the flowers rather than all over. Oh, fantastic. So the ink pads are back in stock now, because I did some embossing today and my ink pads was just leaving loads of sponge on my stamp. So I think I need to get a new one. This is very different from me. I got the coloured pencils that are the black edition, which work on black card, and I wanted to give it a go. I did heat emboss this, and I wouldn't heat emboss it next time. I would just stamp it and then colour it in, because it was quite hard to colour and get into the, especially with these ones because the flowers are quite small, but to get the colour into the petals was hard because it was embossed, where if it was just stamped it would have been easier. But I was really pleased with this. It was just a bit different for me. Used my stencil, but went through with I have a brush now that I keep I've got a blending brush that I use just for my embossing ink pad, and went through my stencil with the ink and then put clear powder on. So that's why it's all nice and raised and shiny. And then use the little stamp around the edge. Again, got the idea from Philippa's card, from that one. I thought I really like that, so I'm going to frame the edge of my card with it. Right, let me show you. I can show you the packet because I've got half the pencils out. I'm in the middle of another project for something completely different, something else, which I can't wait to tell you about soon. Okay, so they're Faber-Castell and they're called Black Edition, and I got them off the Jungle Place. I don't know if any of the stockists do have them. Only got a set of 36, and then Hazel showed me that she got a set of, did Philippa have them, I think. Hazel got a set of 100 or whatever it is, and it was like, oh, I'm jealous now. But there's a lovely lot of colours. They're really lovely to work with. They are so soft and creamy to colour with. They're beautiful. So, yeah, highly recommend them. And they do work really nicely on the black card. Tuck those away. And then I've got a white heat embossed one onto my rectangle, my scallop edge rectangle, and coloured this with ink pads, and then put a very soft blue wash around it just to lift the white embossing, like so that you could really see all the outlines of the flowers. I do find that it does help to do that little bit of blue around, or a colour around the edge, just to really accentuate the embossing. Right, I've got two more and then that's it. This one I stamped my blossoms and blooms and cut it into panels and opened it up slightly and put it down on my card. I love the hello. I think that's really lovely font and everything. I was really chuffed with that. And again, blues and greens, but added some highlights with glitter glue just to add that bit of sparkle to it. I don't think I make a card without glitter glue. And then my last one was, I love this little sprig, and I stamped at 9, at 3, at 6. No, I stamped at 12, 3, 6 and 9. Why do I never know the numbers on my clock? And then I die cut the ones in between. I just cut the stems off a little bit, but I'm going to bring it up so you can see. I did lots of little gold dots around the edge. So all around the flowers, it's got little gold dots. And in real life, it just looks really lovely. It gives a real sort of shadow to the flowers almost. And I was just thinking I'd quite fancy doing that big flower and doing lots of dots. So maybe do it in black and white and then do dots of rainbow colours around it. So that might be my next. Yeah, I fancy that. Okay, so let me just flip the camera. Bear with me. I do like to talk to you to say goodbye. So I'm going to go back and read all the lovely comments, but I did manage to see some of them as we were going through. But I hope you've enjoyed that. And I want to say a big thank you to the design team, to Emma and to Hazel and to Joe Street and Joe Shannon and to Marion and to Philippa and to Tracy. All their hard work, they are absolutely incredible, and you just blow me away with what you produce with my products. It's fabulous. I love it as much as the customers love it. So I really hope you've enjoyed that, ladies. Don't forget, if you want to have a look on Pinterest, if there's something that you want to pin and have a go at, and please post what you make in the Crafty Friends of Julie Hickey Designs, because we love seeing what you make. It's so lovely. And I know lots of you have got your stamps now and you have been posting, which is fabulous. So yes, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon, and maybe I'll do a live with that idea that I've just had. So thank you, and happy shopping if you haven't treated yourselves. Okay, have a lovely weekend, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.